Welcome to In the Spotlight. Today I'm going to interview a dietitian, and right now we're in front of a lunchbox place, a lunchbox shop, and it's called 原味 Lunchbox, 原味便当. And so original flavor lunchbox place, and it's very interesting. They care a lot about where the food comes from, where all the ingredients come from. So look over here. This is the map of Taiwan, and it actually shows where exactly everything comes from throughout the island. So there's the broccoli, and there's pork, chicken, and so you can see that they sell all these different lunch boxes. They're a little bit more on the pricey side, but actually it's all very healthy because it all comes from wherever all the ingredients comes from. So they're eating very healthy. And right now we're going to go in there and we're going to meet Andy Chou, the dietitian that I told you about. And we're going to be actually doing the interview in the big experimental kitchen. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let's hear what he has to say about food. All right, now we've walked in here to this lunchbox place called 原味便当. It means the original flavor 便当, which stands for lunchbox place. And they actually have this big kitchen right here. So it's sort of like an experimental kitchen. All right, now we're meeting our guest, and this is Andy Chou. All right,
Hello.
So good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for having this place. It's really amazing
My
doing
pleasure.
this interview here. Yeah. So Andy is a dietitian.
Yeah.
And you studied at Gastronomy Science University in Italy in gastronomic science. So, of course, so you're into food yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, so anyway, before we go on to know more about Andy, why don't you start off with a story that you said has made an impact on you?
Okay, well, I was a dietitian. And the dietitian, the food they try to tell you is 99% about health.
About
right?
health, yeah.
And usually that kind of food is not very delicious. We all know that.
I know.
And so that is really make me feel the life is very boring, because every day when your customer come here and look at you, and question 50% is, I think I'm too fat.
Oh.
How can I
lose weight,
diet, blah, 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 blah. And this kind of life make me feel very sad because all the rule, and the only thing you need to tell them is go to do some sport, play ball, something, or don't eat some trash food,
right.
Especially in your back, that one.
Yes, right.
And when the 2000, I had got a chance, I can write some article in the newspaper, and at that moment, I think yes, it's a time, something more funny for me. So I keep to visit a lot of restaurant and talk with chef, and use another nickname is徐仲.
Yes.
To tell people what is good food. And good food is make me, feel the life is colorful. Today you can try the Thai food, Italian food, French food, Chinese food. My life suddenly feel is very good, especially in 2000, I'm very young. When I'm very young, I can write an article in newspaper and magazine. That moment I feel I'm good.
You feel good about yourself.
And it's true. But one day, around 2004, there is a television, and come to visit me, ask me talk about mango food. Mango, the fruit.
The fruit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fruit, and we go to a restaurant. The restaurant chef just buy a book from the French, and he's very exciting to tell me, "Hey, Andy, you're a lucky man." I said, "Why?" Because I just got a Michelin 2-star chef's recipe, and I can make a very good mango salad for you. I said, "Oh, that's good. That's good." So after the dishes come on the table, and I taste, You know, the Taiwan have a mango. The name is 爱文 mango.
Yes.
Yes, and it's very sweet. So just imagine very sweet fruit, and the dressing is vinegar, very sour vinegar, and then suddenly you feel something wrong. Well, okay. So the camera is come here. Andy, how's you feeling? Well, you know, this chef is very creative. He showed something I don't know. That's good. So the camera is move out. I say, come, what is this trash? And the chef say, actually, I feel it's not very good too. And why you give this kind of food for me? Because it is Michelin 2 stars recipe. I make 100%. I never change it. Wait a moment. You say Michelin 2 stars French guy, right? Yes. In French, we have 爱文 mango. No, we don't have. So why you use 爱文 mango to make this dish? So at that moment, I find a lot chef, a lot friends. When they cook, they never think about ingredients. Or they thinking about ingredients, but they didn't think very deeply. Make example, in 爱文 mango in Taiwan, where is the famous area?
That grows mango?
Yeah.
I want mango. Actually, I don't know where.
Yeah, usually most of people will say 台南爱文玉井.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Down south.
but actually in 枋寮, 屏东的枋寮,
Yes.
there is very
They are
famous.
the
So
famous for
it's the
mango.
same kinds of 爱文 mango. 枋寮爱文 mango, the flavor will be the same with 玉井 爱文 mango? No, no way. It's different area, so the flavor should be different. So if the flavor is different, how can you use the same way to cook it, to show it?
You can't do that, right?
Yeah. So in that moment, I think even we say before we fire some vegetable, we will say cut some garlic, put some oil, open the fire, then get some flavor out. What kind of garlic you would use? In Taiwan, at least we have 13 kinds of garlic.
30?
13.
30 kinds of garlic. Wow.
So 13.
13. I'm sorry.
13.
13. That's still a lot.
Yeah. So some is more spicy, some is more flavor. Which one you want? Would you carry it? No. And when I ask more people and I feel more confused, why nobody care about the flavor and the area we say 风土. That is very important. And then when I got more and more famous, I have a chance to meet with other countries' food journalists, and a lot of journalists. When the first time we meet, usually the question is, "Hey Andy, show me some good food, some Taiwanese good food, some Taiwanese cuisine. Don't show me Italian food. That is not really Italy. Don't show me American. Oh, don't show me Chinese. Show me some Taiwanese food." Well, at the moment, make me feel confused because suddenly I find I don't know what is Taiwanese food. I don't know what is Taiwanese cuisine. Make example, like Taipei 卤肉饭.
Oh, it's this braised pork over rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very Taiwanese local
Yes, and
dish.
which part of the pork you should use, which kinds of soy sauce you should use, which kind of rice, how to cook.
This all matters. It's all very important, right?
Yeah, so make example like a Napoli pizza in Napoli. You can find a rule to tell you this is Napoli pizza, and that is Roma style. That is maybe Veneto style, but this is Napoli style. Why? Because you have a rule. And certainly I find in Taipei you can find the Tainan 肉燥饭. You can find the 彰化 霸丸. So
These are all special, like local specialties.
yes,
in
so
Zhanghua
you
and-
just
yeah.
think if I want to try the really 彰化肉圆 in Taipei, when I find that it's really the flavor is the same with the 彰化, suddenly I feel confused and I feel very sad because I'm a food writer. I got a little famous. A lot of people know me, and I don't know what is Taiwanese food, what is Taiwanese cuisine, and I'm Taiwanese.
You're still telling the story? This is still the story that you're talking about?
Yeah, so
Okay. So, what's the
from
conclusion?
2004,
Yes.
I start to spend a lot of time to study the ingredients. So I hold a lot of tasting party. Make example like soy sauce tasting party, like 萝卜干 dry edge
As a
and
dry
radish.
turnip.
Yeah.
Yeah, radish. Yes.
Radish,
Same thing.
yeah. The tasting, it's all Taiwanese food, all rice tasting, vinegar tasting. I try to use the wine tasting way to study it. And because my background is food science and dietitian, so I can talk with a lot of professor, and we use the science way to check the flavor. Because my salt or my sweet maybe is different with your salt. Sometimes I feel it's too salty. You think it's just okay.
That is true.
So we must use the number to tell you it's salty. How much salt you put? How much NaCl? And we use a science way to explain all the food.
Really? You guys talk that way? But
Yeah.
we don't talk that way.
No, we talk about it. Make you cook the meat. We try to tell you the protein be changed and what the temperature will be changed and the flavor will be what will happen. And we use the science way to think. And we start to talk with a lot of example like pig farms, and we tell them maybe you can feed the pig some different food, then the flavor will be different. Then we have a tasting party, and we try to figure out all the Taiwan's different food. They have an area we say 个性
With their character?
character,
Personality?
yeah, personality, and in different way they have. You can try to find, we say, food culture.
The one that fits you.
Yes.
Because to you and to me it could be different, right?
Yeah. So that is why in 2007 I tried to go to Italy. And because Italy they have a slow food association, they built a school, and this school is teach the foreigner know what is Italian food.
All
I
right.
think that's good. I want to know the system. I want to know how they teach the foreigner what is Italian food, because my Italian friend tell me Italy is not just pasta and pizza. It's never happened. And actually there is no Italian food. When some people tell you he know the Italian food, it means he really don't know anything about Italian food.
So
I say, what?
then that's the same thing as Taiwanese food. When people ask you what's real Taiwanese food, it's okay. Don't feel bad that we don't know what is real Taiwanese food.
No, but-
because Italian food, there's no real Italian food, right? Is that what you're saying?
But they use different way to explain it. They say there's no Italian food because they only have Sicily food, Toscana food, Napoli food, Roma food, or Piemonte food. Italy have 20 area.
Oh, just like here in Taiwan, we have Zhanghua food, Tainan
Yeah,
food,
yeah, yeah.
and Taitung
And
food.
he tried to tell me Chinese food, Sichuan food, and Shanghai food is different, right?
Right.
So you will not say Sichuan food is the Chinese food. It's totally wrong. Chinese food is very, you must know, it's very complicated.
Yeah.
So the Italy is very complicated too. And you must know what is Sicily food, what is Toscana food. And if the people really know the Toscana food, you must know the Siena food and the Florence food.
Okay. All right.
You must very deeply to know the food culture and the flavors different. Then you will know a little about Italy.
All right. Well, hey, Andy, you're way ahead of me, okay? Why are you into food? I mean, is this just run in your family? Your mom and dad really into like 美食, like, you know, good dining?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why are you into food? You're a young man, and I'm surprised to think that you are a dietitian by the way you look. I don't know. Because right, you kept yourself very fit.
Well, because I'm a dietitian.
Oh, that's different from a chef.
Yeah, different.
Okay, so
Every time I eat, I must count the calorie.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, I guess
sometimes the food is so nice, so forget.
Oh.
But usually I will count.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, why are you into food?
Actually, I don't know.
You don't know?
Because my family is not very interested about the food. For them, there is calorie.
For them, it's all calories.
Yeah, but
So then I can picture that your family members, every one of them are just as fit as you are.
yeah.
Nobody
like me.
is like overweight.
No.
Wow, this is amazing. And your brothers and sisters,
Yes.
and they're also just as fit. They
Similar.
don't.
Yeah.
They don't have any overweight problems at all.
Yeah.
That is really amazing.
It's okay because they are not very interested about the food. So every time I say, let's go out, I say, oh, so tired,
Really?
lazy, let's cook ourselves. So they are not very interested about this part. But why I am interested, actually, I really don't know. Just I like it. I like food.
You just like to eat.
Yeah,
But different
and-
from your parents, though, from your
Different.
family.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to know you more and just what you're studying and what you're doing and your job and everything. But let's take a break first.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be right back. Welcome back to In the Spotlight. I'm Shirley Lin. Today, my special guest is Andy Chou, who is a dietitian, and he studied gastronomic science from the Gastronomy Science University in Italy. And he's been back 7 years, and he's actually writing columns for magazines and newspapers about food, about slow food, I guess, mostly. And early on, well, actually, right now, we're in a very nice open kitchen. Okay, it's we're standing in front of the stove, and this is an experimental kitchen, I would say, of a lunchbox shop. Okay, so in Taiwan, you know, there's this 便当. All right, it's called 原味便当. This is what the name of this lunchbox place is. And it's really interesting. They have very healthy kind of lunch boxes. But maybe we'll get to that later on. Actually, we walked in here telling you about that. Anyway, Andy, I know that you're into food.
Yes.
Okay, you're into fine dining. And from talking to you earlier on, actually your family is not really into food,
Yeah.
except for yourself. And so you would always take up these cookbooks, you know, these recipes and read them. And ask if your
image.
mom, and try to imagine, because you asked your mom to make them, but she refused to. This is a very interesting story, really, Andy. But why slow food? No. You know what? First of all, I think you should explain what slow food is, because not a lot of people
Okay.
really understand what that is.
Yeah.
In simple terms.
Okay.
Simply,
Okay.
one line.
Slow food is not slow eat. It's
Right, I
totally
figured
different.
that.
So we didn't ask you slow. Very slow. No.
I know, as opposed to fast food, you
Yeah.
know, eat it fast, it gets to you
Yes.
fast, you eat fast.
So-
but slow food doesn't mean slow
Slow food
eat.
is just the meaning is if we say McDonald's, we say that is kind of fast food.
Right, it's a fast food.
What I mean is fast food is you know, when you open a lot store and you must use SOPs philosophy to think about the food. And in Napoli, in Paris, in Taipei, the McDonald's, if you order the same kinds of hamburger, its flavor is similar. That means they needed to use the same kinds of chicken, same kinds of way to make it. But slow food is another way. It's more family style. They have, we say, soul.
Soul?
Yeah, soul is
灵魂?
mean, yeah.
Soul,
So it
okay.
is. It means that it's more traditional. It's more close to the food culture.
But don't you think that we should always eat that way? I know I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not only that I eat slow, but I enjoy every mouthful that I put
Yeah.
into my mouth. Not like my husband, who's a fast eater, okay? And you can imagine he's big.
Yeah.
So I think it's common sense that you should enjoy eating Oh, I know why. Because life has been on a fast pace. Is that why? So
can
people
say
kind
that
of
way.
like don't try slow food anymore. Enjoy, you know, the taste, enjoy the texture, you know. Is that why?
Okay, if the food is really, really good, I think it's impossible you just swallow it.
Some people do.
Yeah, so it means maybe your life is that part. But slow food is tell you must know something about the life.
About life.
Yes, life is food culture because what is culture? Culture is kind of life in this same area, right? So when we say slow food is very important, it means when the fast food they have power, they have money to tell you I love it. It's not mean McDonald's is bad food. No, slow food never say that. Slow food say maybe a lot of child they watch the TV, so they think okay from TV they think McDonald's is the best food, but they forgot there's something different. Something is your mother or your grandfather, the food that they eat, maybe it's different way to cook. Maybe it's they don't have power on the TV to tell you it's so nice, but it's really nice. So
Even if it's just a hamburger?
yeah,
Yeah, just
So-
depending on how you look at it.
yes. So they just want you know there is a kind of food we call local food, and we use this philosophy. We give a name slow food because that is fast food.
It means to get to know
Yeah.
where your food comes from. What you're putting into your mouth.
Yes.
Right? I see. So that's what slow food is all about.
So slow food we have three very typical. We usually announce when the food is good.
When
We-
it's good.
When
When
it's
it-
good,
Uh-huh.
we keep it. When it's
Oh.
clean, it's not mean it's organic. It mean it's good for your body. We keep it. When it's fair is mean we know where it's come from. We didn't cheating people, and you must buy it from the farmers. You use your money to buy some products. It mean you help the farmer, not some big company. So good, clean, and fair. This slow food we usually to announce. And,
Good, clean, and
fair.
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 Yeah.
I
When
see.
the food is come from a very fair way.
So yeah, so that the farmers, when the produce goes through middlemen and then through the to consumers, it's being exploited in the middle,
Yeah.
right? So they want it to be fair. So it's good, clean, and fair. I'll keep that in mind. Now, I said that your job must be really exciting kind of job, but you said no, not
No.
at all.
No.
Why is that?
Well, they're tired.
Well, why?
Because,
What do you mean by tired? You
every
just
week,
eat.
No, yeah, but I need to travel. I mean, every
travel.
week I maybe have 3 days in Taipei. Other 4 days I don't know where I am. Make example like yesterday I'm in Hualien, and the day before yesterday in Taidong. No, but tomorrow, this Sunday I'm in Taichung.
But what were you doing in those places?
Eat.
Eat.
Sorry.
But what do you mean?
I visited farmers.
Right, you visited farmers.
Yeah, and
So they try to promote their food through you so that you can give them a good critique about the kind of produce they grow, the kind of crops they grow.
well, you can say that way, but in my way, make example. I every time I will give me a main subject. Make example like a bamboo shoot.
Bamboo shoot.
Yeah, bamboo shoot.
looking at-
Yeah, and I will use
Yeah.
1 year to visit different bamboo shoot farm.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Are
so
there that many
like
places?
this, this is Hualien. We call 金多笋, and only in Hualien 玉里, and you can I
guess
already
it's
touch
called-
it, but later you can
Oh.
taste. You already can taste.
Yeah, I'll
Already
taste
cooked.
one.
And
So-
more crispy. Yeah, and so in Taiwan, I try to read the book and visit some professor, and I want to know more about bamboo shoots information. Then I start to traveling to visit farmers and ask them how to cook this.
But there are that many places that grow bamboo shoot in Taiwan?
So the soy sauce until now, I spent 5 years. I visited the 45 soy sauce factory.
And you haven't
the
finished?
vinegar not finished yet, and the
Just
vinegar.
in Taiwan?
Yes, just in Taiwan. So the bamboo shoot, I make this program for 3 years, not finished yet, and the vinegar is 4 years. Some is 7 years.
But after you visit, what do you do?
Right, and make example like the day before yesterday, I visited the rice. How to say rice? Yes, rice farmer.
Rice farmer?
Yeah, rice farmer. Because I make example like in 池上, they usually have a
famous
lot
for their
is 139. 139 is
Don't know the
品种.
numbers. Okay.
Yeah, and the 玉里 is most of it's number 2 and the number 16. And宜兰 they have a lot of 鲜食.
You guys talk in
And,
numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, I
So
know.
it's not funny. It's because you want to make example. I will correct the number is 高雄145, but it's playing in 池上, in 高雄, in Tainan, in 宜兰. Then I cook it, and I try to find the best way to cook it. What kind of water? How much water? And how to cook? And cook after cook, I ask a friend come here and have blind tasting.
Yeah.
And blind tasting, we try to know the same kinds of rice in different area. What will happen? Then we keep to ask them what kind of earth. Yeah,
No.
and what kind? Yeah, and
They can
how
figure
to
out what
plant
kind of
it.
earth was
So
grown,
yeah,
the
so
rice
I
was grown
keep
in?
to ask the rice farmer and try to write down and try to figure out what you my image Taiwanese flavor. And I will keep to ask them. Okay, how to cook it? Make simple. How to cook it? Or in different way, have different.
Texture.
Yeah.
Taste.
No, not just texture. Make
Texture.
simple like some is only in farmer's table. Make example like tomato in
Yeah.
Renwu, they will cook with chicken feet.
Tomato with chicken feet? Why?
Yeah.
It changes the texture of the tomatoes?
So I want to try to find why.
You haven't
So-
tried that yet.
I already tried.
Oh, you did?
I want to know why.
Why?
So I must keep to visit in Renwu this area, the tomato farmer. I visit the 10 people and to write down and to figure out why you use this way to enjoy your plain tomato.
Oh.
And suddenly you find because they are more 65 or 70 years old, they are very old, and they have a chicken farm, another chicken farm near there, and the chicken feed is very cheap, even it's no money. So some tomato is not quality is not very good.
Oh, really?
They just put it together
Then
because
it would just enhance the flavor of the
and
tomato.
no, 胶质. How to
And
say?
the protein, or it's not
No,
protein.
not protein. Not protein is good for the your needs.
Right.
Yeah. So why this way? Why this area? The farmers use this way to enjoy this food, but you just can find on farmers' table. You even can find on street food. So this is what I am care about. I keep to write down and keep to find something already missed or something just come to Taiwan. I mean, make example like we say 菱角.
Yes, I just brought this.
Yeah, and I will say
I love
this.
this food.
This I will not choose to eat. I will choose this
I
one.
brought this because,
No.
Oh, good idea. Okay, well, I need to
Okay.
describe it to people who are just listening to this program. This is a black kind of root.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's grown in the water, right?
Yeah.
And it's got 2 horns coming out from the both sides, and it's fat in the middle. I love this thing.
Yeah.
The inside is sort of like a taro color.
Yeah.
Okay, taro and white color, and it tastes like potato. But
So
I love it.
It's funny about you look the when they have a very shiny, and then they 很锐利
Oh, the very sharp,
sharp, yeah,
pointy
sharp,
kind of
sharp.
horns.
Yeah, it means the winter is come.
Oh.
And these kinds are only in Tainan, 关田.
Uh-huh.
But they have another kind is 四角. They have
4 pointy ones? Do we have
four-
any one of those?
No,
No,
not
not
here.
here.
That is come from China. It's
Oh.
about 3 years ago come to Taiwan. And but it's interesting if you check the picture, you find in 关田, usually no, not usually. Sorry. 民国70年 is 30 years ago.
Right.
30 years ago, the 关田
Oh, it's not
is
pointed.
this.
It's
this.
blunt.
And this is in 左营.
Oh,
but
okay.
now 左营 is already nobody playing it. It's go to the 关田. So I keep to visit that farmer and even I not just go to visit farmer say it's good or not good. I want to write down their story and keep to ask that question. Come back study and go to library and try to figure out what's happened. And because it's different flavor.
I know.
I want to know.
I used to
that.
love this. It's called a water caltrop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love this thing, but lately in the last few years, I've started not liking it that much because I think the quality has gone down. Yeah, it's supposed to be really, I don't know, how do you call it? Sang.
Oh, okay. I have a three reasons. One is it's not Taiwan. It's frozen, come from China.
Oh.
And another is you choose the wrong way. Usually we will give it water and put all this
Yes,
put
in the
into the water. And when it 下沉 slow,
when it sinks down to the
sinks
bottom
down
of the pot?
its mean quality is good. If it's not on the top of the water, it mean it's not mature
The
enough.
reason why I brought this water caltrop is because I read your article about water caltrop. So I thought, let me bring this here and then ask you questions about it. So anyway, this is a very tricky thing to eat. It's very, very hard shell,
Yep.
right? In the past, they didn't used to cut a slit right here for you.
Yeah.
But, and I used to, use my teeth.
Yeah, good.
Not good. It's not good for your teeth, but anyway, and then it breaks in half, right?
Yeah,
and then you eat it, but and then there's a tricky way about eating it using your teeth. Most of the time, using your teeth.
So I say my job is very tired. It means
I
a lot
think it's
of
fun.
question. I can't find the answer. I can't. So I keep to ask farm, and they say, I don't remember. Maybe it's 50 years ago. Okay, so I need to go to library to find the 50 years ago's newspaper and try to figure out it's true or it's not true. So for
see.
me, it's very tired.
Oh, maybe someday I can go in your place, okay? Because I think your job is exciting. It's just
It's not
fun. You get
exciting.
in the mountains, except for the sea, and then you get to look at all these different things that grow in different areas. So, well, this has really been exciting. Have you not heard about how this looks like a mustache? Like a mustache?
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like the Hitler's
Actually, I don't
mustache,
have
right?
that kind.
That's the fun thing about
Yes,
it. All right. So, well, thank you so very much. And I want to end off by asking you a couple of questions.
Okay.
And
Then we
just
can
the
start
first.
it.
Well, I guess so. No. That was when you pose, right? You
Okay,
hold
okay,
this and you
okay,
hold
okay.
this, and I'm gonna
hold it
like
this
yeah,
way.
yeah. But before we do that, let me ask you two questions. One is, what's the first thing you think of when I say Taiwanese people's favorite food?
Taiwanese favorite food?
Yeah.
Actually, it's no answer.
Just think of one.
Think one. Okay, rice noodle.
Rice noodles, 米粉.
Yeah.
Oh, so like stir-fried rice noodles, rice vermicelli. Okay,
Yeah.
they're good with fried.
Why? Because
soup.
that is my breakfast.
That was your breakfast.
Yeah, and my breakfast. So you just ask me one. I just okay. What's my
Well, what's the
breakfast?
best ones that are grown is
Different
over
days,
in
different
Hsinchu,
answer. Oh, 新竹
right? Hsinchu has their
Hsinchu.
favorite rice vermicelli.
新竹
Yeah.
Yes, sure. No.
There are thick ones too and thin ones. I like the
most,
thick ones.
Yeah, but most of Hsinchu's they are fake.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they are not real.
We're not gonna say that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. What's the first thing you think of when I say a place that tourists must go in Taiwan?
台中
Taichung? Why?
very slow style because life
Slow?
is slow.
Slow lifestyle?
Yeah, and food have a lot of good coffee shop.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
All right.
and I like to ride a bicycle.
Yeah?
And you can find a lot of traditional Taiwanese cake.
Oh.
Not just Taiyangtang, no. I mean
Okay.
a lot of yizhenzai. Okay.
Oh, those
in the
traditional sweets.
waste way they use the flour and butter, but we use the lado and the rice powder to make the dessert with some tea and coffee, bicycle, tree.
All right. Good. Well, let's
Good
sign
life.
off here so you can just hop on the train and go to Taichung right now. All right? Okay. You're going to take one, and I'm going to take one and put it right here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for joining us on here. Sorry?
I'm Andy.
Yes, and I'm Shirley, and thank you so much for joining us on In the Spotlight.
Nice to meet you.